Hi, in the last video I showed you how to build and customize a template, and this video I'm going to show you how to design a site from scratch. So we'll be replicating an existing website, and we'll be creating sort of replicating that design into Moonfruit. So I mean, the first thing that I've got here in my notes is finding a suitable design, and I spoke about minimalist websites and working with those sort of sites that are very basic, and then designing or replicating or getting ideas from each of these sites into and applying that to your design. So I've found a really cool site called Prime Pilates, and it's very minimalist, very basic, and I think it's a site that's just really cool. It relies on imagery, quite heavily, as this large image here, and I think it's kind of like quite desaturated, all the colors. So yeah, we'll be replicating this. We'll be taking note of the spacing between each of the elements, and minimalistic sites are very well spaced, and elements are aligned and spaced relative to each other quite well. As you can see here, there's sort of like a large space between the logo and the top of the site. We've got a lot of white space onto the right and to the left, and it's spaced well between the navigation and the rest of the site as well. We can also see that the edge of this image is aligned differently to the text that I have here. So yeah, we'll be looking at that, and we'll be replicating that into Moonfruit. Basically finding appropriate resources. So we'll be looking at we'll get our own images to place here, as well as a logo icon. So I mentioned Fotolia before. I have my my affiliate link just below the like button in the description, so you can sign up and you can get images from Fotolia. It will also help me out if you use my affiliate link, so that would be cool. And in order to find an icon, something like this, I'll just be using Icon Finder because it's easier for me. You can actually purchase icons from Icon Finder. I don't have an affiliate link, unfortunately, for this site, but we'll be using an icon like this. Pretty simple for the site. So basically what we'll be doing, we'll be actually starting off from a blank template. So going over to Moonfruit, we're going to click Add Site. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention as well, I do have the affiliate link for Moonfruit. So if you haven't signed up for Moonfruit already, click on my affiliate link down below in the description, and then sign up. And basically, once you've signed in, just click Upgrade Plan, and then what you're going to do is choose one of their basic plans. Yeah, they have a very cool plan. If you scroll down to the bottom, I don't have it because I'm already signed. I've already got the maximum plan. But they have a really cool plan for like £3 a month, which is quite cool. So you're going to add site, click Add Site, sorry, and then we're going to choose a blank template. And we'll call this I forgot to spell exercise. We've got exercise 1, 2, 3, just as a testing domain. So once it loads up, we're going to start with the logo. Okay, so it's nice and blank. Yeah, we'll start with the logo and the page background. So going over to Prime Pilates, you can see that they have these rounded corners here, and in Moonfruit, unfortunately, we can't replicate rounded corners in the page background. So if you click on Design, and then you see where it says page background, click show. Normally you can actually change the color here of your page background, but we don't want this default page background because we can't add around the corners. So I'm just going to uncheck show background, click apply. I'll save that. I'll go on to the Pagemaster and explain what the Pagemaster is. It shows every element that's on the Pagemaster on every single page. So I'll click insert square, and I'll align it to the edge of the page. I'll also align it to the left, like so. Make sure it's wide like that. And then what I'll do is I'll go to the style tab, bring it to the middle, and I'll change it to 20 pixel radius. And then lastly, get rid of the border. Not forgetting to change the color, make it white, and then I'll click on arrange and I'll send it to the back of the page. Yeah. I'm gonna move my menu down a little bit. Since I've got the menu here, I haven't forgot about the logo, but we'll get to that in a minute. We've got the menu here, so I'll just click on setup, and I'll add some gaps between the logo. Looking at our prime pilates, actually the gap is pretty small, to be honest with you. The logo text is small. This is pretty cool. I think we'll leave it as it is. Go to font, and I'll change my font to Open Sans. I mean, you can choose whatever you want, whatever you think it's closer to the finished product. So it's actually Open Sans Light, but I'll leave it as it is. I'm just going to leave everything as it is, to be honest with you, just for sake of time. We're going to use this logo icon, so you can click download PNG. So on Icon Finder you can actually make a search. I did a search for person. I'll show you here the word person, and I've just clicked here, and then I've clicked on PNG to download it. So I'll go back to Moonfruit, click on file, upload, and I'm going to upload my icon, which is here, I do believe. Let's click use. I want to change the color tone, so I'm going to drop down the opacity from the style tab just to make it grey a little bit. Notice that there's a lot more spacing between the top of the page and the logo icon, so I'll just lower that a bit more and then make this smaller, like so, and align it to the center of the page. Okay, and that as well. So we need some logo text. I'll click insert title. What do you call this? Exercise. Actually, it's all lowercase, so it's exercise express. Just something I just thought of just now. And I'll change the logo to Open Sans. Okay, and we'll have it as dark grey. Just drop the font size a little bit, 35. See, if I look at Prime Pilates, that's probably Open Sans Light, or a light font, probably not Open Sans. So I'll just make it Open Sans Light. I think I should have left it at 45 or 40. Ensure that's in the center of the page, like so. So we can notice that the icon and the text doesn't have that much space in between them. So that'll do. So basically I'm just doing this all by eye. And then the navigation has a bit of space between there, so I'll put it like that. And the reason why I wanted to add some more space between the navigation is because you only have 4 links. So I'll just change the gap to about 30, 50, in fact. Let's make it 60. Okay, so like so, I think that should be fine. Cool. So the space above the page, we can actually increase that space by either moving this box down or going to design, wallpaper and icon. Actually, sorry, cancel site size, and then we can add this margin at the top. Actually, I'm unable to click this. This is because Moonfruit sometimes gets a little bug that disables the text fill. So let me see if I click on page. Try that again. Site margin. I'm unable to do that. So sometimes you might have to save and refresh the page. Do that quickly. So I click on design, site margin, and now I can add. I'll just add 40 at the top. Okay, just to sort of replicate that size there. And we need to add this border here. Okay, so I'll do that on the master page, the page master. Sorry, I'll duplicate this white background just to create another rounded box. I'll make it a little bit, decrease the width a little bit, drop that down, and then add a border. Just leave it as grey, and I'll remove the background. Okay, and lastly, I'll reduce the corner radius to about 10, and then I'll measure the space here, so the space between the navigation and the border. I think that's about right. Move it up a little bit. Then make sure that it's on the center of the page, and I'll also take note of the space between the edge of the page and the border. So just ensure that that's correct. I think I need to decrease that size a little bit. And on this side, and then I'll center the page a little bit more. Center the page. Cool. So that should do it. And what I'll do is decrease the height to about there. So yeah, cool. I'll go back to the page now, and I can actually leave this. I'll leave this there. I might use it later. Okay, so we have a large image, and guess where we're going to get the image from? Photolio.com. So if you haven't signed up, use my affiliate link, sign up for it, and you can download. Click the download link, download it. I've already downloaded it to my computer, so I'll just upload it now. Click File, Upload, and there's my image there. Just wait for it to upload. Okay. Sometimes it would you have to wait until it says process images, and when it's saying processing image, sorry, just click on another folder and click back on it, and it should appear. Highlight the image, click use. Then what I like to do is use the editor to resize my images. So I'll just make it like 800 pixels in width, and that'll sort of squash the image together. But notice the percentage, this second number beside width, is 47.3. So I'll make the height as well 47.3, and it should decrease the height the same way that you'd use the edges to resize the image. So I'm going to use the edges here to make the image a bit wider. I'll save that and try to replicate the space between this border and the image. Same way. So I'll decrease it a little bit more, like so. I'll use this center alignment, and then I want to make sure that the space between here is replicated accurately. I'll drag everything downwards a little bit.